Are you a trusting person, or are you like me? You don't trust anybody. Trust is difficult for me to give. Where I'm at in life, I notice that I'll let people in pretty far into my, or what they consider pretty far into my life. But to me, that's just how close people can get, and that's the closest anybody will ever get. Because there are certain parts of me that I don't trust with nobody. I barely even trust them with myself. I don't trust my family with them because they've proven that they don't treat them right. I definitely don't trust my friends with them because they've shown me over time and time again they can't handle it. And I don't trust coworkers or people that I work with. The trust factor is huge. You see, because naturally, I'm an optimistic, I'm a trusting, I'm a charismatic individual. So for me, building relationships is really easy until you get to that point. And the people want to get to know me more, and I'm like, nah, you can't. Sorry. Those walls are there for a reason, and they've been there for 30 plus years. You're not knocking them down. The lack of trust in others, the lack of trust in humans in general, has stopped me from growing. It stopped me from exploring. It stopped me from helping. It stopped me from making changes that I know I probably should be changing. I was seeing this girl for a while, right? Cute, Mexican. She fit all my boxes. You know, the qualifications that we come up with as guys or as people looking for spouses. She fit the majority of them. Let me put it that way. We got into a conversation, getting to know each other, about the way that a family should be structured. And my views of how families should be structured were different than hers. I could tell that it really turned her off and was probably a deciding factor for her. We still hung out a couple other times, and she had asked me to trust her. She was like, just trust me on this. And naturally I responded, I was like, what is that? I don't trust people. What are you talking about? She felt bad for me. She said, why don't you trust people? I let her know that's something I'm not going to share with you. In my practices, in my coaching, in helping people through life, I've had to do research on certain things, right? What I came to learn is that one of the main reasons I don't trust people is because I've had some significantly traumatic events happen to me. That's what they call them in clinical terms. For me, it's just called life. It's what happened when I was growing up. Because of the amount of times that it happened, they say that it turns into neglect. And because I was quote unquote neglected, that's where my trust barrier got reduced. So it's really messed up, right? I got no problem being open with individuals about most of my life. I've shared most of the stuff here with you guys. But there's a couple things that I just don't talk about. At least here. Because I don't talk about them, because I'm aware of where they're hindering me, I'm at a pivotal point. And that point is, well, do I decide to address it, or do I decide to stay here? Stay at this level, this ceiling that I'm at. I can see what's on the other side. It's not like I can't. But it's that point of I want to and I don't want to. It's like a dance. Yeah, I want to trust other people. Yes, I want to have people that I can trust wholly with everything that I got. All my baggage, all the stuff that I've been through. But each and every time that I have trusted somebody, they've either told me, oh, you're too much, I can't deal with you, and they left. Even some of the closest people to me have said that, right? If you're blessed enough to have a mother and father in your life, it's awesome. I was too. And even with them, they both told me, you're too much, I can't deal with you. What that does to my psychology is it says, hey, this person who's supposed to care for you and help you out, they can't even handle you. So why would anybody else? The girl that I just talked about, plus a couple other ones, have said, yeah, you got too much going on in your head. I can't deal with it. Cool, bye. It drove me more and more into isolation. And that time in isolation, on top of, the world event that just happened a couple years ago, I thrived in that. That was my zone. Because I've spent so much time alone. Now that world is changing, that you have to be interactive to build a business, it's difficult. What I came to terms with, though, is that I was sharing myself with people who just weren't capable of carrying it. Because there's other people that have been through some of the stuff that I've been through. They're happily married. They have friendships. They have businesses. Because they had qualifications on who they trusted. And that's what I want to teach. We got to have qualifications on who we trust and what we trust them with. I'm not going to give everybody a key to my house and trust that they're going to treat it well. Shoot, when one of my cousins gave me the key to their house, I went and threw parties whenever they were out of town. Qualifying what is allowed and what is not allowed is up to us. Setting boundaries on what people can do and what people can't do is up to us. Consistently looking for the qualifications that we have in order to trust people with whatever trust level we want to is up to us. To sit, cross your arms and pout and say, well, I can't trust anybody, that's what kids do. That's what little children do. Adults understand there's qualifications and boundaries for each and every interaction that I have. And I can't trust everybody and anybody with those things. If you're a person like me who has a struggle with trusting other individuals, don't think that it's a you issue. Because the only you issue that it is you let too many people too close to you when they shouldn't have had that much access. And the opposite is true. You may not have let somebody in who should have been let in. All the stuff that happened to you, it didn't happen to you. It happened for you. Because you can be somebody for someone else. You can be that trust factor.